Hello everyone. I'm in London currently. I'm working for TalkSport. Came down this morning. This is my Eubank. Eubank? Fucking hell. That's funny actually. Because Eubank is like Eubank and Benn's names mixed together. They did it on purpose. I'm knackered me. This is my Eubank Benn preview and prediction video. So yeah, I was on TalkSport this morning. Left my house really early. So I'll give a review of my day as well. So I got up this morning really early. Went out half an hour in bed with kids. Got on the train early. I bought a sausage roll, I bought 2 and a steak bake and 2 Capri Suns. So get on train. There's a woman there, she's asleep on train. I thought, I was C58. She's in C57. Her handbag's on C58 though. She got her head in her bag and I thought, fucking hell, we're going over seats. So I stood there for a bit, just kept looking at people like, I'm looking at her thinking, fucking hell, she has to wake up in a minute. Because I didn't want to wake her up. But eventually she woke up and I saw her, she's in my seat, love, you don't mind if I sit there, dear? And she said, no, of course not. So I sat down, had my steak bake. It was cold though. Again, everywhere. But it won't go anywhere else apart from on my jacket. I had a black hoodie on. After about an hour, she went, oh, there's a draft here, I'm going to move. And I thought, because I couldn't feel the draft, me, so I'm sniffing my armpits and that. And I thought, oh, no, I can feel it as well. I couldn't feel any draft. I'm a big man, me, like, I'm a big lump on. I'm 20 stone, 6'3". I'm quite twitchy as well. I have a few twitches when I'm in public and that, and it's people busy and that, I get a bit edgy, me, a bit, nothing mad though, nothing mad, but I do this a lot, me, when I'm very awkward. I know myself better now. I know what I do. Like when I'm awkward, because I was awkward. There's a lot of people on the train, and you make eye contact sometimes. I'll do this a lot. I know it now. I know what I do. I know I do it now. And she moved. Anyway, when she moved, I had a lot more leg room, but I started doing this a lot more because I thought, fucking hell, I must stink or something, or I must have got a steak bake on her side of the chair. So I was thinking about that for a long time. Actually, I thought, fucking hell. So I started sniffing myself. I asked everybody I've seen today if I smelled. They all said no, but they probably won't tell me the truth anyway. So then I got to London, got in the car to TalkSport. Did TalkSport. Simon Jordan, Jim White. Did half an hour talking the fight, talking Joshua Jake Paul, which I'll do a video on tomorrow. I think it's going to happen, actually. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. And talked about a few things about myself and that, and then Eddie Earn turned up, actually, did an hour with Simon Jordan. I spoke to her, had a good crack, actually. Big Joe Howell fan he is. Big Joe Howell fan. Joe Hayden, you don't rate Joe Hayden's opponents. But I said, look, he's only had 4 amateur fights. Some of your Olympians boxing journeymen after 10 fights, come on. We have a crack, really. I do like him. We get on quite well, actually. If I lose another 2 fights, though, maybe not. But all good at the minute. So, yeah, I watched him with Simon Jordan. I sat in the green room. Then I was gone into my hotel. And I left my hotel looking for food. Seen Jim White. Jim White walking down the street. And Jim said, look, let me take you for dinner. He was his partner. She's a lovely woman as well. Jim White, come meet a nicer fella. Nicest bloke in the world. Took me for dinner to a nice Italian place. It was quite lovely as well, actually. And we had a good crack. Had an hour, had dinner together. It was lovely, actually. He's a nice bloke. And then I come back to the hotel, just FaceTime Joe Hayden, had a little bit of a session. Did a bit of shadow boxing, but mainly it's like, look, he's fighting next Friday for the Commonwealth Silver title against a guy 11-1. And said, listen, Joe, this is what we need to fucking do. Remember these things. Don't do this. Do these things if you can, is what I'll say. But you must certainly not do these things. So a little bit of a session there, just trying to get things in here, really, keep them in here. Look, Joe, do these things, please. And that's been my day. Now we'll move on to Eubank Benn. So yeah, I'm down here working for TalkSport for the fight. Eubank Benn. The first fight I was dead against, as everyone knows. I like Conor Benn. On a personal level, I like him. But the whole failed drug test thing put me off him as a fighter, to be honest. That's the truth. Do like him. Genuinely do like him. I think he's a good bloke. Every time I've seen him, I liked him. That put me off him. Eubank, I'm not a massive Eubank fan, to be honest. So the first fight, I thought I weren't overly enthusiastic about it. It ended up being a good fight, really good fight. It was a good fight. People say, one of the best fights, British fights ever. It weren't that, because to be in a great fight, you must have two great fighters in a great fight. These two aren't great fighters. They're very good fighters with famous dads. And that people might go, fucking hell, Dave, that's a bit harsh. It's the truth. They're not as good as the dads, not on the same level at all. And that's not being horrible, because the dads were fantastic, but these two aren't on the same level. I think at the final bell, I thought, what a cracking fight. I'm glad it happened now. You know what? Fair play, good fight. Don't need to see that again. One's a middleweight on the way out, because he is. He's not as good as he was. He was very good. He's not very good anymore. He's too old. Too many hard fights, he's too old. He's struggling at the weight like I thought last time. From what I've heard, people are saying he's not actually that tight at the weight. I don't know. But he's not as good as he was. And for me, I know, look, money makes the world go round and all that bollocks, but for me personally, if I'm Eubank, try and win a proper world title. This is your last chance. If you fight Benn again, you're going to be another 6 month older by the time you get another chance. So I've no interest in seeing it. It's a middleweight past his best who should be boxing for the middleweight title, if that was an option, against a welterweight who there's big question marks over everything he's done, who didn't really do anything on the world scene anyway. He's never been on the world scene. He beat a former world champion Algeria, he beat Van Eerden, Vargas, good fighters, Granados, but because Barrios and Crocker are world champions, people are saying he can be world champion, maybe. But Crocker and Barrios, brilliant fighters, I would say. That's they're brilliant, like B level fighters. You know, by that token, I might be a D level, and that's fine, a few levels below them. But they're not top world champions. You know, I don't think Conor Benn's a world class fighter. I think he's super fit, super tough, good, but he's not great. So it's not a great fight in my opinion, because they're not great fighters. For it to be a great fight, must be great fighters. They're not. The manufactured superstars, in my opinion. And again, this is no slight on anybody. People, it's my YouTube channel. You want to tell me? You want me to tell you what I really think? I'm not going to bullshit you. The manufactured superstars because of the dad. They can fight a bit, but obviously there's question marks over one of them. To be honest, and I do like him, but I have to tell the truth. I have to give my honest opinion. And I speak to TalkSport earlier. I would hate to upset anyone. That's not my way of living. I hate upsetting anybody, but it's my opinion, and I have to give it. I think the manufactured superstars. Eubank's been proven to be a very, very good fighter, but he's not anymore. So in terms of the fight, I think Eubank is still too big, and I think he'll be better this time. I think he'll be better prepared. I think he underestimated Benn the first time. Look, Benn's tough, he's fit, he's fucking fit as a fiddle. He's tough, he can fight. But if Eubank is 10% better, Eubank will win again. I think he'll outpoint him. Benn's tough, he's fit. Eubank, I don't think, is a big puncher. I'm going to go Eubank on points. I think Eubank will beat him on points. I think he'll be a bit wider than last time. Benn's had that activity now from the last fight, which will do him the world of good because he was out a long time before. But Eubank, for me, is still too big and too good. I want to go Eubank on points.